Man, I haven't done these vlogs. I've completely lost track what vlog we're on. Well, what was I thinking about? Oh yeah, ramen noodles. I found ramen noodles online for like, it was like $20, but yeah. Plus shipping and everything was like $25 for 2 packs of 24, so that makes it 48. If you guys know any better places where I can buy ramen noodles, let me know, because I don't have money to spend like that. Yeah, I know, I spend a ton of money, but I could barely spend anything on food. And yeah, I really like that view right there. This is why I chose this room and not the other room my roommate has, or my person that I rent with. And I have this awesome outside view. So I can just go like this. I have a perfect outside view when I'm working or programming. I love these palm trees. They make it look really nice. I think this is like the best view out of the whole thing, because everyone else that lives on the other side of the apartments, they're looking at parking lots. I'm looking at the entrance. And there's like 2 dragons, or lions, whatever you want to call, sitting there watching the gates. I think that's really cool. There. So, and that part right there was just recently built. It's brand new. The prices for these are really high. I didn't want. It wasn't my choice to come here, but it was my parents' choice. So they said it was safer, even though the rent is outrageous. But it's pretty nice, because there's a guy down there walking to go shopping. Walmart right here is extremely close. I mean, it takes no more than 5 minutes just to walk to Walmart. Okay, he's going the other way. I don't know where he's going. But yeah, so that's another reason. Like, if I want to go shopping just to pick up one little thing, I don't need to drive. I don't need to waste gas just to go there. I could just walk over in less than 5 minutes and I'm there. Walmart is literally across. We have this train track that comes across, but it's literally it's right over it. And yeah, so I guess that can help offset some of the costs. I have just shit lying everywhere. I need to clean up. Yeah, there's just one more thing I forgot to mention. I am now editing my videos with Sony Movie Studio Platinum Suite. They are not paying me to say this, but this is the best piece of video software I've ever used by a long shot. And I see something on the lens. What is that? Oh shit. Hang on. No, I need to clean my lens. The lens is really dirty. Let's go. Yes. Nope. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, I don't have to this. This is better than a movie. Okay, it is a paid piece of software, but this is one of the paid software that actually pays off, and it's worth the $50 you pay, because trust me, I've paid for other programs similar to this, under a different name. It wasn't by Sony, but I won't mention who it was or which company, but it was horrible. It had so many bugs. Like, you can make one little change and then the whole program would freeze up and lock up, and guess what? Everything you've done so far up to that point would be lost. The rendering is another issue. This I really like about this, because this thing you can customize your render settings. So maybe if you want 1080p or 720p, you can change the bitrate. You can change the profile of H.264. Now that might mean nothing to you, but if you're into video and you know what you're doing, and then it makes a lot of sense to have those controls. For example, in Movie Maker, you get to control the bitrate a bit, but you can't control other aspects, like more into depth. You can't control the pixel I forgot what it's called off the top of my head, but I'll turn it on right now, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm not gonna show you it because it's still launching up, and I don't want to. Yeah. All right. So let it turn up. Okay. Okay, I have to put in some footage because it won't let me go to the settings. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, when I go into render settings, do you see how I have all these options here? And it won't let me render because I haven't have a render loop. Okay, so there, I'll add it there. Project render. I have all these different formats I can render out to, and that is a really big plus for me because I just like experimenting. I like having freedom in whatever I do. So this is what I normally use for YouTube. You know, they have presets. You know me, I don't like presets, so I make my own. So customize, and this is what I mean. Pixel aspect ratio. You don't get these controls in those free video editing programs. You don't get as much control. But I mean, you do get them in Movie Maker, but it's not like this. It's different. And other programs you might get, they're buggy. You know, this program has had, you know, this is up to the 12th version already, right? So they've hammered out most of the issues, and you don't, you know, it's just I like how this works. And plus, if you know what CUDA is, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, your rendering will be accelerated, you know, to how many CUDA cores you have. For me, it's a really big boost because I have two GTX 570s working for me. So if you run it using only CPU, yeah, you're gonna have a huge performance hit. But for me, I love the software because it's accelerated by CUDA, and it's just awesome. And I have all these things I can work with. So, and being accelerated by CUDA, that's just a big plus for me. And right here, this is also another big plus. Do you see how I can change the bitrate right here? And this is a variable bitrate. It's not the constant bitrate that Windows Movie Maker uses, right? You're locked to one, and you know file size matters to me because I don't want to spend forever waiting for something to upload, and I personally don't have that much bandwidth available all the time. So I usually, you know, put the average lower. And what's good about this is if you have high motion in your video, you wanna have a high maximum, so it will use the bit rate that it needs at the time it needs it. Because when you have high motion, you need more bit rate, right? And when you're doing nothing, it doesn't need to use as much. So that's why I personally like variable bitrate. And in extension, this is why I like the Movie Studio Platinum Suite by Sony, because you have all this freedom to edit your video. An everyday average video editor, they won't care about all this stuff because it doesn't matter to them. Quality doesn't matter to them, or maybe it's not just quality, but like they don't care about the time. They have, you know, years to spend. I don't know, but yeah. Or it could be that they just don't understand this stuff and they're just brand new to this field. So I won't blame them. Yeah. Okay, so a few hours ago I went to Walmart. The food over there is obviously cheaper. I'm never gonna order ramen from online sources ever again because a pack of 24 only costs around $4 at Walmart. $4 for 24 packs of ramen noodles. Definitely beats $10, which is obviously over double. I paid over double online and plus shipping. So now, from now on, Walmart. Problem is, I don't have a car yet. So I'm gonna have to walk back and forth with a giant pack of ramen noodles across the street. That's gonna be fun. So yeah, that's